Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Beautiful Friday morning to you wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, Italy. My good friend from Italy, big shout out to you this morning. I'm glad, I'm excited. It is indeed Friday. Fridays are dangerous days, my dear friend. Yeah, because it comes with a lot of excitement, enjoyment over the weekend. Well, I am excited. It's Friday again because Chelsea's game against Brighton is coming forth. Build up towards Chelsea Brighton. But wait a minute, dear friend, wherever you are watching from, look at this picture out there. Who is stressing my manager again on that pitch? These guys need to be careful. They are overstressing my manager. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Who is that again stressing my manager, Enzo Maresca, at Cobham? So you're not taking instruction. You are just stressing my manager that much. You guys, be careful. I hope it's not Nicolas Jackson stressing this manager by now. Dear friend, well, sometimes we need to be happy. We need to excite ourselves, right? You see, as a Chelsea fan, somebody said something yesterday in the comments section. You know, the person was like, I should stop saying my club, my club, my club. My Chelsea, I should say our club. And I'm like, wow. The person said we are a family. And maybe if I had that comment, I'll read it for you. He said we are a family, so I should say our club, not my club. Dear friend, it is a personal race, so I don't know about you. I don't know how much you love Chelsea. Me, my blood is blue. But quickly, let's get started. If you have quality attackers like Chelsea have right now in a football club, your team should consistently be overperforming their XGs and be quite a decent margin as well. I say this because XGs are universal, or XG is universal. XG is a model that accounts for shot quality by the average. No, let me tell that again. Let me get it very clearer to you. If you have quality attackers like Chelsea have right now, your team should consistently be overperforming their XGs and be quite a decent margin as well. I say this because XG is universal. Yeah. XG is the model that accounts for shot quality by the average. Dear friends, Premier League ballers are not average. Top 6 clubs or top 6 club attackers surpass the threshold of low mid club players. I want you to get it very clearly this morning. It is your breakfast. Dear friend, you see, we learn a lot, and I'm doing a lot of research on footballing because I need to improve on my analysis. Let me tell that again for you. Premier League ballers are not average. Top 6 clubs or top 6 club attackers surpass the threshold of low or mid club players who are not average. This naturally means when you are a big club, your attackers should be overperforming or at very least matching their XGs. XG is your expected goal. Your XG is your expected goal. So if you're a big club, your attackers should be overperforming their expected goal margin, or at least matching their XGs. I do understand. This is not always the case, as big clubs can still employ average finishers. Chelsea fans have been there before. We have been there before, right? Yes. All this is simply to say that I can see us maintaining a similar, I can see Chelsea maintaining a similar IVI of overperformance. I can see that. Due to our qualitative attack, which we have in quantity, might either add. We have them in quantity, the attackers, we have them in quantity, dear friends. On your table right now, as you can see, you can zoom it, and you see Chelsea. Chelsea is one of the clubs currently in England with the highest XG. It's just one of them. Man City is actually the leading candidate there. Yeah. But you see, Chelsea expected goal. Chelsea's XG performance is higher than Man City. Chelsea's XG performance is higher than even Manchester City right now as we speak. Even though total goal expected for Man City is higher than Chelsea's goal expected. Yeah. Man City is about 13. Chelsea is 11. But if you look at the XG performance, Chelsea have 2.97. Man City have 1.49. That tells you the kind of attackers we have. But what remains is the finishing, dear friends. Zoom the table right there, the XG performance table right there, and check it by yourself. It is your breakfast. A very good morning to you guys all out there. Now, look at these managers on your screen. Look at all these managers on your screen right now. I have Graham Potter, Mauricio Pochettino, and Enzo Maresca. Their posture at Cobham during training, what does that tell you? On your screen right now, you can see Graham Potter, you can see Enzo Maresca, and you can see Pochettino on your screen, right? Great. Their posture on the screen, as you can see, at training ground, Cobham, what does that tell you? Dear friend, going into our next game against Brighton, I want to say this. No disrespect to Christopher Nkunku. No disrespect. But let me say this. No disrespect to Christopher Nkunku. But his hat-trick in midweek came against Barrow. His hat-trick in midweek came against Barrow. And it's expected of him to put these teams to the sword. It is. I still prefer Nicolas Jackson to Christopher Nkunku right now in that same position. He's not a bad player. Jackson is not a bad player. Last year, he was young and he had to play every week since Chelsea had no options. His finishing was good against West Ham in our last game. I back Nicolas Jackson to get better in the coming games. And therefore, I back him to be the first choice in the upcoming game against Brighton this weekend. Dear friend, Jackson is my choice. Many of you on X, people are asking who should start, Jackson and Christopher. Christopher scored 3 goals, hat-trick, yes. But I still back Jackson for Brighton. Next month, Chelsea versus Brighton, Premier League. I still back my man, Nicolas Jackson, to be the starter. My predicted lineup is not yet out, but I brought this up because the war on X right now is about Nicolas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku, who start. All right, how confident are you feeling right now? Chelsea Brighton this weekend. How confident are you? How confident are you? Let me hear from you in the comment section. You see, Fabrizio Romano reported on Jhon Duran, the striker from Aston Villa. We had interest in him over the summer, but we didn't move forward for him. Jhon Duran, we understand, scored 4 goals in 4 Premier League games. 1 goal in is it Europa League? Yeah, in Europa League. And Chelsea still rate and appreciate Jhon Duran, according to Fabrizio Romano. They really tried in the summer, but Aston Villa said £50 million guaranteed or nothing. And now he's doing really well with Aston Villa, because he scores in almost every game. He comes on even as a substitute, and he still scores. He is more like a super sub. He is more like a super sub. Jhon Duran. I like a young child. He is doing well because to come off the bench and be scoring goals, you are not even a starter. But anytime he comes on the bench, he scores goals. Not when he starts games. When he starts games, it's different. But when he comes on as a substitute, he comes in with the sort of, energetic, and he always scores goals. 4 goals in 4 Premier League games, 1 goal in 1, European competition. That is a very good performance. He's doing extremely well. Now the question is, Chelsea still rate him and appreciate him. If Chelsea should get him in January right now, where do we place Nicholas Jackson? Remember, we have Maguire there as a 3rd choice. That wouldn't be bad. Having Jhon Duran in this squad, we'll get the goals. Now, I would have wished or would have loved it if Chelsea rather press the accelerator, get Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. Guys, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. I've never doubted Victor Osimhen's, performance in Chelsea. I've never doubted his ability. I only said he might come to the Premier League and still cannot pick up in the first season because many top-notch strikers or players come to Premier League and they still do not flourish. But if Victor Osimhen can come to Chelsea and hit the ground running, Jackson is our 2nd choice. Then we have Jhon Duran as a backup. Dear friend, this team Chelsea will be a cracker. My club, our club, Chelsea. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What do you think? Let me hear from you. But quickly, before I let you go, some big shout outs. It is your breakfast. Let me not say much. Let me just end it here quickly. Jhon Duran to Chelsea. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. In addition to Nicholas Jackson. Dear friends, oh my goodness. Even Champions League, we can expect Champions League next season. And Chelsea will go very far in Champions if we can get these players. With the kind of attackers we already have. But, it is a dream. It is a dream. How possible will it be that we have Victor Osimhen, Jhon Duran, Nicholas Jackson, Victor Osimhen, Nicholas Jackson, Jhon Duran, Maguire, Christopher Nkunku? 4 different attackers, dear friend. In this Chelsea squad, with the kind of forwards we have already. They are right wing, left wing, and number 10s that can still score goals. My goodness. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Is this your breakfast? And I will not take it so much. Quickly, big shout out to you guys. This one says, what will you say about Haaland and Gusto? Poch was the cause of the injuries. His ways of training. He said no to João Felix, so forget about Poch. Well, let me say one thing. You see, journalism in itself, or top journalists or media personalities, they are expected to set agenda in the media space. You don't come out with fake news. You have to create the news sometimes yourself by setting the agenda for discussion, and that is what I did by bringing in Pochettino and Enzo Maresca issue yesterday, and it will continue. I have not ended that issue yet. We will still have to drag it on. Maybe later today. But the truth is that Poch laid the foundation for Enzo Maresca. That is just the truth, dear friend. Your name is what? Ansu Sanyo. Big shout out to you out there. Big shout out to you out there. This one says, good day, Mr. Seller. My name is Odunayo from Agege, Lagos, Nigeria. And he says, I concur with you in some areas about the upward trajectory Chelsea is right now. But on the flip side, Maresca knows what to do and when to do the subs. Unlike Poch, that would just sit, cross his legs, and he looking at the monitor beside him all the time with no solution coming out of it. Remember, Poch don't have the players on the bench to do the substitutions that we will have to do. Enzo Maresca have the bench. That is the upgrade we are talking about. Enzo Maresca have more than enough on the bench to do any kind of substitutions at any time. Poch will be thinking, will be worried, who else is on the bench that I can bring in that can cause a change? You see the differences? Your message is so long. Let me try to do it quickly. He said, although unrepentant injuries engulfed the whole team from the inception of the season until probably towards the end of the season, but he still managed the situation. Exactly so. Poch still managed the situation. However, we should not forget that some players complain about Poch's training drills that were not friendly with their tactical prowess. On your unwavering love for Jackson, continue waxing lyrical on him, but he should please continue banging the goals for us. After all, he dealt with us seriously last season, so this is a payback time. Oh, so you are paying Jackson back, right? My good friend from Agege, Lagos, Odunayo, I love you so much, dear friend. Odunayo, I love you so much. You're one of my best friends here on this channel. I really appreciate your comment. Big shout out to you this morning, this Friday morning. Big shout out to you out there. All right, Colin Wisdom from GA says, stop using my club, your club, instead of our club. We are a family. I don't like the comparison between Poch and Maresca. We easily forget Potter, Lampard. We easily forget Potter. Lampard's season was awful until we had Poch, Savior. He built a fundamental that Maresca is laying the bricks. Poch doing substitutions on time was due to injury and average squad on the bench. Thank you very much. Exactly what I said earlier on. Poch would have done better this season if given this set of players. God bless you, my dear friend. That is exactly what I try to explain to some of our brothers here on the channel. Big shout out to you, Colin Wisdom in GH, Ghana, precisely. All right, the next one says, Poch was not with better players when we faced Brighton last season. But we, the squad we must win comfortably on Saturday. We also had red cards in all our games against Brighton last season. No red card this time around. Thank you very much. That some of you truly understood my point very clearly. Big shout out to you. This came from Moses Felix, watching from Nigeria. Moses Felix watching from Nigeria. Chris Williams says, I understood you. Big shout out to you, my brother, Chris Williams. Big shout out. A happy Friday or happy weekend to you, Chris Williams, wherever you are today. Big shout out to you guys. This one says, good evening, my dear friend. I believe everything you say about Pochettino things you say. I disagree with you. Pochettino don't have game plan. Chelsea for life. Blue blood. Henry Chimizie from Anambra State, Nigeria. You agree in part, you disagree in part. It is expected, and that is the beauty of you guys. I love you all, guys. All my fans all out there, all my subscribers all out there. And hey, remember to subscribe to the channel. Be a member. Register as a member. Click on the thanks button there and be a member, dear friends. It is very important we have you as our member. The last two here before I let you go for your breakfast. This one's coming from, let me see. Say, good evening, my brother. Thank you so much for always being there for us. Blue blood is the color. My name is Isaac from Nigeria. Isaac from Nigeria, big shout out to you out there. I appreciate your comment. Big shout out to you. Then last but not the least on here says, you are right. Chelsea has the best attacking players in the Premier League currently. Big shout out to you. Your name is what? Oh, my brother out there, Chris Williams. My one. I love you guys so much. All of you guys, I appreciate your comments. Keep it coming in. Let's see you guys in the next one in the coming hours. Shalom and peace.